Elena, hello. How you doing? Hi, hi. How's everyone? I'm sorry for missing the last live. You're good. Like, do not worry about it. I appreciate that you are here. That's all I like. Like, I appreciate whenever you guys can make it to my stream. That is fine. Whenever you guys can't make it, that is fine too. I started uploading my streams so you guys could always check those out. They won't appear, so my streams won't appear on the live section. I'm just gonna start doing YouTube videos like Tomo plays and all that stuff. I'm sorry that I'm streaming late. I had issues with OBS. Well, not OBS, like YouTube was being stupid. Um, so it took me like almost 2 hours to start my stream. So that was fun. How you doing, Nathan? How you doing, Elena? Sorry that you're tired. I made a new account because I wasn't able to put notifications on my other one. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out like a schedule for my streams, but I don't know like I'm not sure yet like how to do it. Because I do want to do Fridays and I do want to do Saturdays. Thing is, I enjoy having like me time where I'm not streaming. It was because of the age restriction. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Like, I have it where like, hey, this is not for kids, but you know, kids can still watch it. So I don't know. I don't know why we're having that issue. I think it could, like I don't want to say it's from your end because maybe it could be from my end, but yeah, I have no idea. I need to pull up chat on screen. I did a little update on my YouTube channel. Dress, how you doing? Green Travel to stream. How are you today? I know. I'm sorry. I know it sounds like I'm walking away, but I'm not. I just I don't know. If I'm doing this, it's because I'm like moving around. I have to be like close. I had to be phasing the mic, and I'm not doing it. I'm not sure why my account has age restriction. I'm 17, but I'll see how I fix it. How you doing, Dress? How are you? Today I'm gonna be working on animation, or not animation, but more like storyboard. Um, I'm so bad at storyboarding, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Ugh, man, I don't know. Um, anyone have any plans for the weekend? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab coffee. BRB. I'm back. Ugh. Yay, storyboards. I'm gonna see the new King Kong movie. You mean the Godzilla movie? I actually went to watch it today. That's kind of why I didn't stream till now. I went to watch it. It's really good. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So I gotta think. I gotta use my brain for this. Oh, okay. So I have a little story. How was it? Without giving spoilers. Because I know it's brand new and it just came out. All I had to say, it's really good. It's probably gonna be my second favorite best like Godzilla movie from the whole like series. Um, my favorite one so far from all the movies has to be King of Monsters, or I don't remember the name of it. Um, but yeah, so far my favorite one has been King of Monsters. Um, aside from that, my second favorite is the new one that just came out. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I'm a be hype for this one. Yeah, King of Monster was dope. That's my top two. Mine goes King of Monsters, and then this one that came out, and then the first movie, and then I don't know them very well in order. I keep forgetting which one is which. But yeah, I think it's really good. My only no, I wouldn't say it. I'm just gonna let you guys, experience the movie, and then I want to hear your thoughts on it and see if you guys kind of thought the same thing. Um, but yeah, I thought it was really good. The funny part, okay, so I have a funny story to tell when it comes like when I went to the movies today. Uh, we okay. Let you think what I can say and what I can't say. Um, so we were sitting on the third row, like from the movie theater. Um, and there was like a man, an older man, that sat next to me because I had 3 tickets. It was my sister-in-law, my brother, and I. And we sat like at the like right when you're about to like turn into the seat. And there was an older man next to me. I didn't mind. And then he had like 2 girls, I think, next to him. I think it was like his daughters. Um and he was very chill. He was like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like he was like the chillest encounter I've come across at the movies. I'm like, okay. Um, the funny part is that he was kind of like, he's a nerd. Okay, he was a nerd because like I was sitting there and he's like, "I bet this monster's gonna come out," and he's like, "Yup." Like 3 minutes later, he was like, "Yup," and then like time would pass and he's like, "He's gonna get this," and then like 30 minutes later, "Yup." And it was just really funny. I didn't mind it. Like I'm not complaining. I just think it's like funny because that's technically me, but like in my head. And I'm like, this guy is a very knowledgeable individual. So I was like, that's cool, that's awesome. I respect him. Then at the very end, he started talking to me and my brother because my brother and I, we were like talking about the movie, and he heard us like nerd about it because I was telling him like, I'm so glad that this fuck, I can't say it, but I'm so glad that this happened, and I was like, this was my favorite part, and then I'm happy about this monster. And then he was like, yeah, like, we were just nerding out basically. And this man was like, did you know that like on DVDs you get the extra bonuses, blah 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 blah. And he was just nerding out, and my brother was like, oh, okay. And and I was like, this guy's a nerd, but he was really very very nice man. The thing about like now that I'm older, I had to remember that that man could be my age. Like I don't look young, but no, wait. I look young, but I'm not. There we go. I look like a child. Well, maybe not a child, but I look like I'm 17 or around there. Like 16, well, 17, 18. I think it's like my young, my youthful face. I just can't wait to see the baby King Kong. I called him Diddy Kong because, he's a baby. I usually go to the cinema and there's no one, which I love. Yeah, that I don't like a full uh auditorium. I used to work at the movie theater that I go and watch movies at. And I remember I watched the Batman movie one time. And okay, story time. I watched the Batman movie with the one that has like the guy that plays Edward Cullen, like the they got the hair. And a motherfucker. It was a woman, okay? It was a woman. Her phone rings and she picks up, okay? And the whole like the whole auditorium was like kind of like quiet, because you're watching the movie. We all hear the phone, and that's fine. I understand. Sometimes you get a call or you forget to silent your phone. I get it. That's okay. Um, but this fucking bitch answers the phone, and she's like, "Hello, I'm at the movies right now. I'm watching Batman." And I'm like, "Are you fucking serious? Are you for real?" It was crazy. I was about to get up and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Okay. Yeah, I remember you told me you work at the cinema. Yeah, I really love that job. I would, I would go back, but the pay is not well. I remember during that time, I had to ask my, like, I had to ask people for money because I couldn't like afford anything. Like, I couldn't make rent and all that. I think the movie theater is literally for people that are in college. Um, there's like you would need like another job because I couldn't fucking afford to only have that one. I didn't like that I asked for money to my friends, but like I'm the type of person that I don't have like dignity in a way. um, it was bad. I think those were the dark times for me. I don't recommend like people asking people for money. It's the worst feeling. Only time that happened was when my band crew went to the cinema and the three kids were talking and laughing. Event at the sad part. Oh man, that would suck. The funny part is that like when I went to see the Taylor Swift era, all the Swifties were just getting up, recording, and like being Swifties. It was cringe, but I like that everyone was like nobody complained. Like I didn't complain. I didn't particularly care as much. I'm okay with as long as people don't ruin my movie. That's all that I care about. Oh, so yeah, you don't want to mess with the Swifty. They get on you like crazy. Actually, I don't think so. I think Swifties are actually all pretty nice. Um, I'm kind of like a Swifty. I'm a Swifty. I love Taylor Swift. Like I have, I bought all the AMC theater merch. I went to the theater twice just to watch it. I have the cup for Taylor Swift the Eras tour. I have the expensive bucket. Uh, I know almost every song of Taylor Swift. So I'm a Swiftie. So, but I didn't used to be. I was just like, I didn't know that I liked Taylor Swift until I met one of my friends, and she's a nerd for Taylor Swift. And then she kind of pushed me, or not pushed me, but she's like, "Oh, you should, like." We kind of clicked, and um, I ended up liking Taylor Swift more and more. So was it that good? Yeah, I like her songs, but not like, not like that. Um, I yeah, it was really good. I sort of teared up because the performance is so good. It's so good. I don't want to say best performance I ever seen. No, because that wouldn't be fair. I have only seen. I only been to one concert, which was fuck, I don't even remember. It was like, may I say you're drawing super fast and it's turning out good. Wait, I can't see that because the fucking heart is on the way. Um, good. I could never. I don't even like how I'm drawing it. I don't even like it, but thank you. I'm bad at doing backgrounds. It's like my least favorite thing. But the good part is that I'm not gonna be like, the final animation won't won't be done by me. Um, I'm paying somebody to do the background. But thank you, thank you. Oh man. Oh, another thing. I will be my friends and I started playing D&D. Um fuck. How do I do this? My friends and I started playing D&D, and maybe that needs to be on. How do I go about this? Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Eating Taco Bell. Ooh. I think Taco Bell is good. I just don't like how I end up in the bathroom a lot the next day. I like to have Taco Bell when I don't usually have Taco Bell. You know what I mean? Like I like it when I don't have access to it constantly. I got extremely focused. My bad. Let's see. What are you guys talking about? What type of talk about? I eat like once every 2 months, but it sends me to the bathroom after a while. Hey Tomo, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'll be back soon. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I didn't even let Instagram know that I. Silly me, silly rabbit. Instagram is for nerds. Live on YouTube. And then where's YouTube? YouTube, come here. Come here, boy. Share, copy link, go here, add link. Boop boop beep boop. Done. I'm so fucking fast. Let's go. I'm going to go to bed soon. It's all good. I'll be streaming tomorrow, so it won't be this late. I promise. If you gotta go to bed, you should go to bed. I appreciate you stopping by, hanging out. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Maybe he's like on top of. Ah, man. Men.
Hello.
Hello. I got in here really early because I know that you're not gonna tell me that you're here. How's work?
It was all right.
Nice.
I'm just chilling.
I've been well, not angry, but like I was angry at work.
From what?
Um, well, um, I feel like it's complicated, as in like I don't care about talking about it on stream. I don't. It's like one of those situations where like I'm not in the right, but I'm not on the wrong type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could see it this way, but you could see it that way. But you're the employee, but you know they're the employer's employee. Wait, I don't know. Anyways, so previously, and this was like previously. Um, I don't. So I reach out to individual people because I don't like to ask in the old chat because we have a chat for everyone to ask things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel 100% comfortable because um I don't know like about you, but if I have a question and I don't know something and I already feel like stupid, or I guess it depends on the person, but like I feel more comfortable asking directly just to one person rather than a group of people. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's just me. And um I would ask questions. I would, how do you do this? How do you do the procedure? Blah blah blah. But to individual people. Um, why? And I think someone who I'm like, I don't want to say friends, but like people that you get along with, that you talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, um, I don't know. Like, I try not to bother them as well. Like, I just try to ask one thing and I leave it there. Like, okay, cool, blah. That's it. Or like I usually ask for like an opinion because I always like have a solution, and then I'm like, so this is what I understood. This is what I want to do. Like, is that what you would do? Like, am I good on this? And all they're gonna do is yes or no. Like that's basically all I ask. All I usually ask.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's this lady who she's a nice lady, Um, and one day she kind of kept talking more. And I was like, haha, yeah, like I was just keeping the conversation, but like I asked her one thing and then she answered it, but then she started talking about other stuff, and I was like, and I don't want to be rude. I only need you for this, and now I'm like, gone. So I'm like, and then the like 2 days later or like a day later, we have like our morning meetings like usual, and then our supervisor usually goes through like how much we have to do today and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
um and then she's like, reminder, if you guys have questions or if you guys need help on any case and dispute, um um just ask me and like this other people, like basically ask the managers for help, or just put it in the old chat. A lot of agents like have to get a certain amount of numbers done, and like they can't be doing that and like answering questions. I felt called out without being called out. Cause like I don't know, like I hate when they do that because I don't know if that's just a me thing or me and a few others. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I would like for them to, instead of saying that, to approach me like privately and be like, hey, like I understand you have questions and all, but you should ask us instead of like asking your coworkers or just putting it in the old chat because they also ask you things, and you know, if they answer you and they help you with the case, then that's them losing their time. Which I understand. Like that's fair. Like I completely understand. And the thing is, like, if they would approach me, then I would know that this is like a me thing, and like I would understand, you know, that that was like a big deal or like not to do it again and stuff like that. But instead, they leave it into like an open thing where they don't say it was you, and obviously they don't call me out in the meeting. Um,
Right.
but I feel like I will know if it's a me thing or if it's an everyone thing. If it's an everyone thing, then I'm like, okay, at least I know that I'm not the only one. I know that, you know, people have made this mistake with me. Um, is like that would make me feel a lot better if they would tell me like, oh, it's okay, like you're not the only one that does it, you know, like I understand that people, like that would make me understand that I'm not the only idiot. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's valid. I don't know what you think of that. I feel like it's, in my eyes, I feel like if they talk to me privately and be like, yeah, like I like you're good. Like we appreciate that you ask questions, but just ask us instead because everyone, same as you, have to like get certain things done at a certain time. So like that's fine. I'm not angry about that. I just felt like I would have appreciated if they would just come to me and tell me, you know, basically stop bothering the other agents. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. That's one thing. The other thing is this happened to no, this happened yesterday, but today they talked about it in the meeting. So I don't know if you remember that I mentioned that I I sometimes get a lot of translations and I don't get to do a lot of disputes.
Mhm.
Um well, I finally got this, like my manager has helped me. I've talked to her about this and stuff, and we found like we both put effort into helping me get better at my job because I was kind of lacking like speed and like organizing and all that stuff. And last meeting that I had with her, I was kind of worried because I thought she was going to make me go into the office because I'm not meeting my numbers and stuff.
Right.
And I even asked her about some concerns because I'm like, how do you guys want me to do this and do this and like all that stuff. So I asked her, and I was already going into the meeting kind of um like not irritated, but kind of like this is shit basically. Um and um and then I came out of the fucking meeting feeling good because she's like, you've been improving. Like, in just like a little time, I've seen improvement. And that makes me feel better because I don't want to hear like that I'm not making any numbers, that I'm doing this bad, that this and that. So I even told her I feel actually better because like you're letting me know that you were seeing progress, and I'm I'm showing you that I want to improve because I reached out to her saying, look, I found this. Um, my issue was like putting my time together, like um, like counting. Like it takes me a moment to add all like the the amount of hours that I took doing this, the amount of hours that I took doing that, and I explained to her that's why sometimes I work, I would stay longer because I don't have something that adds everything up. And I reach out to people and they give me some solutions, and I'm using the solutions, and that's why my input are a lot better. Um, and she saw it, and she's like, "Yeah, you're doing great. You're improving. You know." I think I'm like, "Okay, cool." Um, the other day, which was yesterday, a guy mentions, um, like he was complaining, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he doesn't have the right to complain. I mean, that was a fair thing to talk about. He brings up about he like if it's fair that like he has to do other agents' work when it gets transferred and stuff. Basically, and I don't know if this was just me. So here I go again with my problem with like is it just me? Like, do other people do it? Like I want to know if I'm the only one that does it, because then that way, like, I don't know why, but like I feel like I want to know if it's only me or if it's everyone thing. Um, but basically, he was complaining because cases get transferred. Usually, they transfer my cases because I do translations, and I would usually have a lot. Ever since recently, I got this sorted out, and now I've even reached out to my manager saying I want to spend more time on my disputes because I am more worried about not hitting my numbers in my disputes, and I'm trying to concentrate on my disputes rather than my Spanish translations, because we already figure out how to make me work them fast.
Mhm.
Um, so she knows. I've said it before. Like, I want to focus on it. Not only that, I have asked the supervisor that moves cases. Um, she moves my cases early in the morning. I don't know why. It's because people need cases because they are out of work or whatever. Um, and because I was usually mostly in the mornings, I would do Spanish translations. Now I do it backwards. Now I do my disputes, and then if I have some translations, I use translations, and like that's what I've been doing. And before, um, she would be taking away my disputes, and we were supposed, like, at a certain point, they told us that they're not gonna be moving disputes anymore because we have to reach a certain number. Um, so this supervisor usually is in charge of moving disputes around, and mine would usually get moved because I do translation. Um, this person was like, I don't think it's fair that someone doesn't want to do their work and they decide to. Well, it's not that they don't want to do their work; it's just the way they work things. Um, ends up pending cases more than once to work later, and they get moved around, and then I end up with those cases, and I just don't see like it's fair for me to do it. Basically, is what he said, which he's not entirely wrong, but at the same time, it's like I didn't give him my cases; they moved the cases. I didn't. In fact, I have asked that supervisor. He like, don't touch my cases. I want to do I want to work on my cases. I want to do my stuff. I've said that before a couple of times, not like a lot, but I've said that before. Um, because I know she moves my cases. So this guy seemed kind of like in distress about it because he didn't want to give out the names. Like how I said, I don't know if it was just me or if it was multiple people, but I think he was calling me out without saying my name. Um, and he even said like it's not the agent's fault; it's just the cases get moved and people work a certain way, and then I end up with the pens and stuff. Um, and then he was like, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. And then obviously the managers were like, no, like you can stay after the meeting and then we can talk about it. Um, and then I assume they talked about it. They like he showed them or whatever because on the program you can see like if I penned a case this day and then if I penned a case on this other day, it kind of shows that like it shows my name.
Mhm.
And for whatever reason, like I there's some cases that I penned the next day or I penned them because I need help or I pen them because I'm able to pen them because the time to finish them is close, basically. Um, and then they get moved. Um, so today they were like, so my boss, not supervisor, like my manager was like, okay, just to get everyone on the same page, whenever you're penning cases, it seems that people are pending them more than one time and stuff. Whenever you get to your pen cases, you gotta be sure to write down why you're pending them. There's people that are not like they're not putting a note to why they're penning them and stuff, and you gotta work your pens and this and blah blah. Like she went over procedure about like which ones to go first, which to go second, and blah blah blah. And at that point, I'm angry already. I'm angry because first of all, it is not my fault. I'm not blaming the supervisor as well. Um, but I feel like technically, technically speaking, they asked for cases because they run out of work. And when I had a lot of translations, they would ask me, "Hey, can I move your cases?" Because people needed work, and I was already busy with translations. And I would be like, "Sure." That kind of like affects me, but like I was like, "Sure." Which is why one of the reasons whenever I would reach out and be like, "Hey, can you not like I want to work my cases because I need work and those are my cases and I want to work." But whenever they run out of work, guess who they take cases from? From me. So what is it? Either we're helping each other out or everyone to their own thing. Because if that's the case, if I'm out of work, then why did they make me do other stuff? Because it's not my fault that the company runs out of work for me and I still need to get paid the last 2 hours of my shift. So then, wait, which one is it? Is it do I help my like coworkers and help other departments, or should I use the same knowledge or input that this guy said about like he doesn't think it's fair? So if I finish my translations, I finish my trainings because we sometimes get training alerts, and I finish my disputes and I'm all caught up, and I still have 2 hours of work, and they asked me, "Do you want to take VTO?" And I'm like, "No," because I mean I could just be like, "No." And then they're like, "Okay, well, this other department can use help. Do you want to help them?" And then I'm like, "No." And then, and like, technically, I'm supposed to help with other projects if I run out of work. But then, can I apply the same thing as like, well, I don't think it's fair because, like, I did my job, and I don't think it's fair that I gotta do other people's jobs. So, is it fair for me to use the same knowledge? Or it only applies because this individual complained about me because he didn't want to do my cases that were penned previously, that I did not transfer him the cases, somebody else did, which is just like supervisor. So like do you see why I'm angry, and do you see what I mean with like, well, I'm not right but I'm not wrong? But like where do you like where do you draw the line then? So then to each their own, like if anyone has a lot of cases because they were behind or whatever, or like for whatever reason, I gotta not help them. They have to do their own thing. And about me reaching out, I'm just gonna mind my own business and just do my work and reach out to the managers, not help anyone else. If somebody has a question or they want an opinion because they have reached out to me as well, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know, ask the manager. So, with all that in mind, on my next meeting, which is next week, if my manager brings something up, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I've been, like, I'm obviously not gonna say this, but in other words, I could be like, I'm a very polite person. I've never, um, like, question or like complain. I usually just, take the information and what you guys say, it goes. Um, but based from all these meetings that we've been having, just so we're in the same page, uh, we don't have to help each other if I finish my work, my translations, my trainings, and everything else. Um, I don't. It's not fair for me to, work anything else because it's not my work, or like, how's this gonna go? Like, is that reasonable? Am I being reasonable here,
Mm,
or am I being over dramatic? Because I feel like it's a bit unfair
like
how like I don't get to use the same concept.
I get like what you're saying, but like you have to present it in the right way.
Well, yeah, but right now I'm angry.
Mm-hmm.
But like I just don't know how to like. I literally everyone have has told me how polite I am. I'm extremely polite. I never complain. Other people complain just to complain. Like, I'm not even kidding. They're like, they give our managers a hard time. They're sometimes rude. Well, one specific guy is rude, but they sometimes are not reasonable because they're not in control of like the new stuff in the system that they're changing and stuff. Like whenever they said, yeah, you'll have to have what was it, you'll have to have 3 cases per hour, so at the end of the day you have to have like 20, 21, 22, 23, around that number. And then a lot of people started like complaining and being like, well, that's absurd because sometimes we don't get close cases, we get touches and stuff, and the only thing that's gonna count to our productive time is close cases. I i was worried too, but you know what, I didn't say anything. I kept my mouth shut because they're not the one who made these changes. And like, at the end of the day, if I don't get a bunch of close cases, I will let them know, well, I didn't got close cases, it's not my fault. It is just the flow where the cases come in, they're not close. So did I complain? No, I kept my mouth shut. I just hear the information. If I have any questions, I will ask for them to ask the questions to the higher ups. But other than that, I kind of just take the information, I do what I gotta do, and that's it. They tell me to improve, I will improve, and I have showed improvement. Um, but if they're gonna go like that, where it's like, well, it's not fair if you're transferring the cases, it's not fair because I finished my work and I need more work. But if you're gonna give me more, like that just doesn't make any sense. So all that I understood is that my work is my work, and I don't help anyone because it's not fair. Uh, so like that's literally what pisses me off. I'm like, so like, is that the agreement? Like, is that how we're doing things? Like, because it's really not my fault. Like, my only flaw is pending the case so I could work the next day, or pending the case so I could work this day. Um, and they happen to get transferred. So like, that's what like aggravates me, because I'm like, you announce it as like everyone does it, which I feel like it's only me, or like I don't even know if it's me. Like me just in general. Um, But I said, like, if it gets brought up, I'm hoping I'm gonna get over this anger that I have. I'm really easy to get over anger like this, but it's just it pisses me off because I could just use the same thing and be like, well, it's not fair that whenever there's no work, um, we get put to do this other thing, like help with the project of another department, and I don't think that's fair. And what she's gonna tell me is like, well, like we're here to help others too. I'm like, okay, so what? Like that? Like, that's what I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. It's my fault for penning a case because I was doing translations and because I wasn't focusing on disputes because I was doing translation. Now I'm doing more translations. So now I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do my work. I'm gonna be a good girl, do my work, and I'm gonna beg nobody take my cases. I don't care if people are out of work and I have a lot of translations. Do not take my cases. I'll figure it out. It's my problem. But I don't want nobody to take any of my cases. And another thing, if anyone wants an opinion about a case, I'm just gonna tell them ask a manager. Because I've been like kind about it, and at this point they're literally begging me to treat them like that. So I'm like, okay, well, like people want to complain that apparently I just bother them a lot, which I don't. I just ask a question, and then like this woman, like I ask her a question about like an opinion, and then she's like, "Yeah, that's correct." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." And then she talks about like her fucking dog, and I'm like, "Haha, yeah, that's crazy." Like, okay, so I don't know. At the same time, I feel like I'm being over dramatic, but like I don't know what they want. But I'm just gonna be cool. I'll be cool about it. I could be a bitch too and just ask in the meeting instead of like privately, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get down to their level, but I am curious about like how that's gonna go. Like, oh, okay, so like what the fuck? Do we help each other? Do we not help each other? Like I don't like I didn't even ask for help. The cases were just transferred. And I'm probably gonna hear about it like when I have like my one-on-one meeting. I'm just gonna be like, "Yep." Like I'm just gonna be like, I don't know. I don't have an answer. All I have to say is that I penned them because I was gonna work them, or because they're not due to a certain date. My bad. That's on me. Not putting any information to why they're being penned. That's on me. Now that I'm aware that this is not the right procedure, I will make sure that I only do my work and I don't take anyone else's work or from other departments. Because from my knowledge, based on the information that has been given to me or given to us, um, it is not fair to work other people's work. If people run out of work, I keep my work even if I have translation. I would like to keep my work. I'm requesting, my work. See, that sounds already very bitchy, but that's as polite as I can get. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Would you just not say anything and just be sure and like just do your work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't do that. I don't know how to keep my mouth shut.
'Cause I mean,
Ah,
as long as you're doing like what you need to do, then they can't say shit to you.
I think I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna accept it, and I'm not even gonna go into details. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's my bad. I will admit, maybe I should have, I need to put a note onto why I'm, and just like I said, I'm not gonna, go on like, too much details because it does sound very offensive. The only thing I'm gonna say is that about, yeah, make sure not to attend a lot of cases. Oh man, I so want to be like, uh, now that I'm aware how helping works, I will just, I'm just gonna do my job. I'll make sure that that doesn't happen. Oh man, it's so hard to be you sometimes. My problem is that I don't like unfairness. That's my problem. I'm not saying that you embrace that, but oh no, I don't like that. And the only reason why I'm like this is because how do I say this? When I was like in high school and middle school, I was just like, yeah, okay, just to avoid any sort of conflict or problem. Um, I mean, it is a lot simpler. You avoid conflict, but I don't, I don't, I don't like to let unfairness just, go like that. But I don't know. I'm just gonna say that okay. I'm just gonna, in a way, keep to myself. I'm gonna do my work. I'm gonna reach out to just the managers. Um, if anyone needs help, I'm just gonna tell them to, go to you guys because you guys, I want to match my numbers. Like I want to use my time, and like we barely have time to do our work, so I'm just gonna direct them to you guys. 'Cause, yeah, I feel like that's not even mean. That's just me repeating what they've been saying in meetings. So I'm just gonna repeat the stuff that was said in the meeting. Like I will make sure that I do all this. But but don't you think it's kind of bullshit though? I mean, the whole like thing aside about me talking to them, don't you think it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of bullshit?
Yeah.
And to be fair, I get this. Like, I get this sort of like drama because I want to be interactive with my coworkers, and stuff like that. That's what I get. That's what I get. But I learned my lesson. I hardly even socialize with them, so I my own business. I went to watch Godzilla today.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really good.
that's good.
I got tickets for the Spy X Family movie coming out.
Hmm.
I'm going alone for that one because my brother doesn't like the anime, which is crazy.
Gonna run to the bathroom, take my contacts out. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. How goes your drawing?
Oh, it's going. I'm kind of just what's it like? Kind of like not zoning out, but kind of just letting my hand do its thing.
Mm.
I'm just angry. um, yeah, I just can't stop thinking about it because I don't know. I need to calm down because, well, I still have a lot of days until my meeting. It's like till next week. But I need to calm down because I don't do I don't do things out of anger, but I feel like everyone has this I might get kind of like therapeutic right here, or therapeutic. I don't know what it's called, but we all like everyone have like this impulsive anger thing. And when we're angry, we yell or like we just are like unreasonable, or without us intending to, we act out of anger, say things we don't mean and all that, and we don't really acknowledge our like what we did wrong. We're just like, yeah, I did that wrong, and then we just like leave it there. Um, but we don't really think about it. We're kind of just so angry that we're like, fuck this. Um, so it's not just like with work, but work did cause this anger that I'm feeling. And I'm trying to like just cool it off, but it's really hard because like I feel like I've been called out twice on 2 meetings. Man, and it's just like just you know, I just ah like partially I don't think it's my fault, and that's why I'm so angry because it's like this is unfair. And then like I'm gonna have to like sit there and just take it and be like, yep, it's my fault. I'm the bad boy. Like I feel like I it's no different than when you had to like defend yourself, and then like basically it's like, no, I'm not gonna defend myself. I'm just gonna let you like assume and think and like let you come with your own conclusion. But anyways, uh, no, it's not right. That foot looks fucked up. I read I was doing a case
Mm-hmm.
and they send we sometimes send them a letter requesting like a receipt or to return or like any sort of like we attempted to return it. And I read a letter that came from my sister saying, I didn't receive any receipt back. Can you please just credit us this like it was a big amount. Can you please just credit my card again so I could feed my children? I'm a single mother and I have two kids that I have to take care of and we need um to pay for our food for week or the week. And I'm just like, bro, I don't give a fuck about your kids. Like, even if I did give a fuck about your kids, I can't do anything about it. And I'm just like, it's pitiful and stupid. Like, it's pitiful in the way of like, you're trying to use your kids as an excuse, although it's a good excuse if there weren't any procedures. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't just be like, oh, I feel so bad for this family. You know what? Fuck procedures. I'm just gonna give them the credit. Like, I can't do that. And I've never done anything like that where like I will request like a refund and be like, I'm in need of money. I'm late on my rent. Like, I need food for the week, for the month. I need to, pay gas. Like, I've never done that. Like, it's absurd. It's an absurd. But I thought it was pretty funny.